Hola everyone! I know you guys heard a lot about tequila, but do you know what exactly a tequila is? And how is it produced? Today, I'm gonna talk more about this in this video. Tequila is a Mexican distilled alcoholic beverage made from blue agave plant. And by law, for an alcohol beverage to be called tequila, it has to contain at least 51% of blue agave and has to be produced in 5 regions in Mexico. Those include Jalisco, Michoacan, Tamaulipas, Nayarit, and Guanajuato. When talking about tequila, there are two categories that tequila can fall into. The first one is called puro, which has to be made from 100% of blue agave. And another one is mixto. It has to be made at least 51% of blue agave, and other 49% can be made from other type of agave or sugar cane, and white sugar. Whether it is mixto or puro tequila, it always have to divide into 5 types of tequila. The first one is blanco. Blanco means silver in English. It is the tequila that is not aged, and it has the fresh flavor of agave. The second one is joven. Jovens means young in English, and it's basically a mixto tequila that color and flavor are added right before bottling. The third one is reposado. Reposado means rest in English. It is the tequila that is rested or aged in a barrels for at least 2 months. The fourth one is añejo. Añejo means old in English, and for añejo to be called añejo, it has to be kept in a barrel for at least 1 year. And the fifth one, also the last type of tequila, it's called extra añejo. Extra añejo is the type of tequila that has to be kept in a barrel for at least 3 years. The tequila that has been aged or rested in the barrels always have a smoother, subtler, and more complex taste. Now that you know the various types of tequilas, let's see how it's produced. Of course, different type and different brand of tequila are produced differently, but usually it undergoes a similar processes of production. First step is cultivation. In the cultivation part, blue agave usually needs around 7 to 12 years for plant to reach its maturity. The duration can be various depending on the place where agave is planted or the purpose of it. For example, agave that plant on the highland usually takes longer time than the agave that plants on the valley. After it reached its maturity, the agave will be harvested by a skillful person to identify the ripeness of agave, which is known as jimador. The jimador will clear the leaf of agave and leave only the core of agave plant. And because of its look, the core is called piña, which means pineapple in Spanish. The next step is cooking part. The piña will be cooked in the oven in order to convert the carbohydrate in the piña into juice, the fermentable sugar. Some distillers use traditional bricks oven and some uses stainless steel autoclaves. After the piña get cooked, the agave juice will be extracted from the cooked piña and leaving the piña fiber and juice separately. This step is called extraction. Tahonia and modern meal are the methods that are commonly used nowadays. The juice will be then going to fill in a big container, and yeast will be added in order for juice to convert into alcohol. This process is called fermentation. During this process, if the tequila meant to be produced as the mixto tequila, then some other type of sugar or flavor will be added into the container to ferment, but distiller has to make sure that there are at least 51% of sugar comes from blue agave. The next step is distillation process. This is where the alcohol content of beverage increase even further than what yeast can make, because the yeast cannot survive when the alcohol is higher than 20%. And for those of you who don't know what it is the process of converting an alcohol into gas by heating it and then converting it back to liquid form. There are 2 types of distillation stills. The traditional form of stills is called pot still, and the more efficient and create a clearer spirits is called continuous still. After the distillation process, blanco tequila or Hoban tequila will be bottled directly, while other type of tequila such as reposado, anejo, and extra anejo will still be kept in the old barrels for a required amount of time according to its gold. The barrels sometimes was taken from the barrels that used to store whiskey previously. After the tequila reached desired amount of time to be aged, it will be bottled and then labeled and ready to drink.
1800 tequila, Don Julio, Suzas, and Jose Coro are the famous tequila brands. There are so many ways to drink tequila. You can drink it straight with lime and salt, or making cocktail out of it such as margarita, martini, or tequila sunrise. By taking advantage from this research and the knowledge that I gained from making this video, I think I will be able to not only to suggest the right tequila to the right customers, but also will extend my opportunity to have a next level of conversations with my customer during my placement too.